Hi everyone, sorry that I've not been posting any readings for a while. I just recorded a reading for Monday and Tuesday, and now I'm recording this romance reading, and I'm just going to make this for the weekend, and then you will have another reading that is coming on Monday and Tuesday as well. So I decided to use one card from the Romance Angels, one card from the Whispers of Love, and one card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. First, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And be authentic to who you are. You're asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. And Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? So let's begin with finances and career. So this is really something that's very typical in a lot of relationships where people have disagreement about money, or not necessarily disagreements, but sometimes it really affects your relationship. So if you're single, for example, I feel like this might mean that you actually could meet someone at work or around school, or whenever you become involved in a relationship, I feel like money might be an issue for you. And if you're already having those problems right now, I feel like the angels are encouraging you to kind of find ways to work through that. And it can be especially difficult when you're in a relationship and one person is taking on a greater financial responsibility than the other person. Sometimes there can be resentment, sometimes there can be arguments over money. Even if you're both equally contributing, one person might want to spend a lot more than the other person, or they might just squander the money. I feel like there's a lot of tension and disagreements regarding this, and this is something that is obviously going to have to be worked on. Again, even if you're not having problems right now, I feel like this could affect some of you in the future. So if you're not with anyone right now, I feel like this would be the time for you to really work on making yourselves more financially stable. And there could even be the possibility that even if you're doing well right now, that you meet someone who makes significantly less than you do, or maybe this person has horrible credit, and that tends to be a factor in whether or not you want to give them a chance. But I feel like if you can keep an open mind, that you might find that it's worth it to take a chance on this person anyway. And next we have be authentic to who you are. So I feel like this card could mean that there are some of you who are holding back parts of yourselves from others, and it may be regarding your finances and career. Maybe you're making it out like you are doing much better off than you really are financially, or maybe there are other parts of yourself that you're hiding. Maybe you're not really telling this person certain things about yourselves, but lying by omission is still a lie. So I feel like the angels are encouraging you to be completely honest. And the best time to do that is when you first meet someone, rather than showing them only certain parts of yourselves and leading them on to believe certain things about you, only for them to find out much later on that what they thought was not completely true. They will feel betrayed, and I feel like that will really damage your relationship. So if you're honest from the beginning, it makes things so much easier. So even if you have problems with this person regarding money or a career or anything like that, they're just asking you to be honest about how you feel. If you feel like this person is overspending, if you feel like you don't want to be in a relationship with them because they don't make enough money, or they have horrible credit, or maybe they have gambling issues or something, just be honest with how you're feeling. And even if this isn't about money, I feel like when you're completely honest about how you feel, when you have all your cards out on the table, it's going to help you to avoid arguments in the future. Because eventually, if you're holding all of your anger and your trust issues, or whatever it is that you're not saying inside, I feel like eventually it's going to come out anyway. And with the Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? I feel like some of you might be getting advice, but you're not necessarily getting advice from the right people. I feel like there are some people who are telling you what they feel you should do, what decisions you should make about your love life, but you have to be really careful about who you're getting advice from. This card says, but where will it lead you? So to me, that indicates that if you were to follow this advice, that it might not have the best outcome for you. I feel like there are more solutions to whatever problem you're going through. And again, it doesn't have to be something financial, but there are other solutions. And one way of getting that guidance is by going within, asking your angels, asking your guides, because they always have all the answers. But even if this advice is not coming from another source, this might have been a decision that you made that you feel is the right one. Again, just remember that now we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde, so the decisions that you're making right now might not be the best. Mercury retrograde is a time when people are really confused and they don't see things clearly, and they can get into many disagreements. So I feel like you should wait and you should reflect before making any huge decisions, because you could come to regret it later on. So be really careful about any advice or any decisions that you make during this time. And Mercury retrograde, I believe, will be over around October 9th, but take all the time you need. It doesn't mean that you have to make your decision on that day or the day after. Just take all the time that you need to make any decisions that you need to make. But I feel like this reading is definitely encouraging you to be yourself and to not hide parts of yourself, and to not feel like you have to avoid saying certain things because you don't want to upset someone. It's better to be completely honest, so then you both have a better understanding of what you're dealing with and also where to go from here. Alright everyone, that's all I have for you today. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I'll have another for you on Monday and Tuesday. So enjoy your weekend. Bye.